All right. Well, if you guys can come on in, let me see how do I do. It's interesting. Start a poll. I'm gonna let you guys come on in. I have a quick little announcement to give you guys. Let's take a look at the US 30. It's at a place that the market should make a move to the downside. So we have to watch this area. I went live earlier and I posted the video. I don't know if you guys who's sitting here live with me right now, who was online with me earlier. Give me a thumbs up or something, some type of chime in and let me know if you sat in live with me earlier. Look like I have 3 people on. I think I had like a dozen people on earlier. And I posted that video, and for some reason, when they processed it, they processed this one, it was only 1.5 minutes. And that's too bad, because in that video, I had shown, I gave you guys the goods in terms of my account and all that stuff. What had happened was the market, if you guys take a look at the US 30, if you look at the US 30 around, let me see, if you look at the US 30 around 11:30, all right, look at the US 30 around 11:30. I think I jumped on with you guys around like maybe 11:40, something like that. The question is, how many of you all were online with me earlier during the, let's say like 2 hours ago? All right, I was on live earlier where I had shown you guys the alert that I had just given my students. If you guys take a look at the 11:30, 11:25, 11:30, somewhere between 11:20 and 11:30, I had given out an alert to my students, US 30 Telegram students, and telling them that the market was at support, it should go up. Now, we had a couple things that we were watching, and once I got the signal and gave it to them, the market went up. I was trading that market up. And you're talking, I'm gonna do a video later showing you guys my account and all that stuff, but I had showed the time of entry, I think was like 11:31 or something like that. Whatever time it was, I got in, I showed you guys that on live, and YouTube cut the video down to like 1.5 minutes. So it doesn't show nothing that I had talked about. And so that was like a waste. But that's okay, because I was able to trade that market up from that level, in which I jumped on live to give you guys the free alert. Just like I just told you, I told you guys on the live that when I got out of those trades on live, I told you guys that the market should drop, but it should be short-lived. And guess what? The market dropped, and it was a short-lived move going down. So now, coming back to you all again, telling you that at least before I got on here, the market should go down. It's going down. So I'm still kind of like in between if this is going to be a short-lived move down, because I do have a zone at 44426.1 and 44414.1. All right, the same zone that we talked about last week. Okay, that's the same zone where the market had respected yesterday, and it had also respected that same level on Friday when I jumped on live on Friday after I gave my students a 175 point signal. The market came right down to that level. Then I told them, listen, the market is oversold. It should go back up. And the market went up for like another 100 points. So it's the same zone. All right. So I just wanted to tell you guys that video, if you sat in live with me, that video was cut off. But I'm going to do another video showing you guys the same details of my account, the entry time and all that stuff. I'll show you guys the actual setup, because look, I'm doing this with my students all on Telegram, and they're able to make good on this every single day. And I want you all to see the difference, okay? And that's the main thing. So I want you all to see the difference. That was at, let me see, what time was that? That was at, so I gave them the first alert at 11:22. Came back and gave them another alert at 11:37. And then I came back and I asked them, I told them, I said, I know that some of you ran the market down. Here's your chance to run it back. I told them, here's your chance to run it back, meaning to run it back up. And the market went up. And the market went up for a total of, I'll say the initial run, you're talking about 200 some points in one direction. 200 some points in one direction, all right? Shout out to, let me see. Shout out to Paul. Paul, if you're on live right now, shout out to you. Paul is our newest US30 student. So shout out to Paul. Oh yeah. That market dropped down. I think that was like 300 points. Let me see exactly. Well, depending on where you got in, it was a total of over 400 points. So that's great. So after the market dropped, it remained in that same area for some time. And that's when I came on with my students. And no, actually I did. I told them that the market should go up, and it went up. And then, yeah, that's right. So I gave them 3 alerts today. I told them that the market should go up because it did drop. And then when the market ran up to my 443 now 4.8. It ran up to that level, and I told them that it should drop, and the market dropped. And I gave them the alert that it should go up, and the market ran up. So I gave them, you're talking about, I'm just going to say that was 100 points. This was another 200 some points, and then the run up, I'll say that was another 200. So we're over 400 or 500 points today already. And I just given them, like I'm telling you all, I'm expecting for the US30 to drop. So currently it's dropping. So I want you all to keep that in mind. As a matter of fact, let me let my students know. So I gave them this, the last update was 102. So let me give them another one. This is gonna be video form. All right, so you guys can see the setup right here. Notice the market is going nowhere real fast. Just pay attention to this zone that we talked about, 44426.1 and 44414.1. That could be an issue, all right, along with the aqua. That could be an issue with how far the market goes down. As I told you guys before, expecting the market to actually drop, the market did drop. It was short-lived. This one, I'm going to say the same thing, but we have to watch the blue and the white. and also the 44510 and the 44493.4. Again, all the same levels for all the same reasons. This is the second chance for the market to go down. Remember, the initial run might not be that strong. The second one might be stronger. So let's just keep that in mind as we're looking at this. All right. Peace and blessings, everyone. All right. So they should have that one. So yeah, just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. This market should go down. What I'm going to probably start doing is, if I'm giving you guys an alert through YouTube, I'm going to give you guys the alert like right away, because like I said, I gave you guys the alert earlier. And for whatever reason, YouTube cut the video from like 11 to 12 minutes down to only a minute and a half. So I was a little upset about that, because that was an opportunity for you guys, not only you all to grow, but for you all to get validation of what it is that I'm showing you. Okay, so it's very important that whatever I put out there, that it's published in this process. Yeah, absolutely. Like I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I showed you, exactly what I showed inside the video. Basically what it was, I had given my students, and since we have more people on right now, I came on live at like 11:20 or 11. No, I gave my students an alert at 11:20 or so that the US30 should go up. And I jumped on live after I had gotten in. I jumped on live to show you all. And I was up over 6 figures, crushing the market. I was up. It was doing great. Now we watched it just kept going up, kept going up. Unfortunately, well, let's say fortunately, in the video I showed you guys the actual time, the price, everything that I got in on. Showed you guys that the time is more important than anything. So I showed you all the time that I got in, and I also exited the trades as well. So for whatever reason, they cut the video short. I spoke with another gentleman that hit me up while I was closing out that video. I thought he was hitting me up to say, "Man, you done smoked the market," but he was just wanting to check in on me, make sure I was good. He's a fellow student of mine, so I'm like, "Man, I'm gonna send you the video I just did," but they cut it short. So yeah, that got me I'm a little heated about that one. At least I was. But it's okay, because the bottom line is that, I do this every day with my students. It won't be the first time. I think that I just have to change up my strategy. And if I'm going to go on live, what I have to do, what'd you say? So what I have to do is I have to make sure that that I'm giving you guys. What I might start doing is I might start going on live and record me. I might just start recording, because I can't have me going on live and then for whatever reason they decide that they're gonna cut my video short. That's not how we roll over here. So I might just start going on live and also record me at the same time, because see something here. Make sure this is good. So that's what I might start doing, is doing this. Now I don't use the live. This is the most that I've ever gone live. So this was that was a major little hit. But it's okay, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the same details of that video that I showed you. I'm going to show you guys that in another video. When we get off this live, I'm going to show you guys another video. Is this chat talk or just chatting? It's just chat talk, bruh, or whoever you are. Oh, chart talk or just See, that's why you got to be careful with what you say. It's both. It's both. It's chat talk, and we're also talking about the chart. It's all good. It's all good. Don't mind me. I'm a little irritated. Well, at least I was a little irritated. Let me correct myself. I was a little irritated. No, it's all good. I was a little irritated because, like I was speaking on, they had and listen, let me say this though. Let me say this. Whether I'm chatting or talking about the charts, you want to listen, because I purposefully do that so that people can I want people to listen, because I always bury little clues within my message. All right. So what happened was I went live and I showed my charts. I showed the exact entry point, price, everything. And I was up over 6 figures. I shut down the trades all on live, and they, just to have them shorten my video by like 8-9 minutes. The video was like 11 to 12 minutes long, about 11 to 12 minutes long, definitely a little over 10 minutes. So they shut it down in like 1.5 minutes. And me, I posted the video. Matter of fact, once I got done, it automatically posted, and it was shortened by like I said, 8-9 minutes. So I'm gonna recreate the video, and I'm gonna show you guys everything that I showed, because I don't trust the live. Now I know that I may have to show everything up front and then do regular chat talk later. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know that this is why I had to get off of Facebook years ago, because I worried that Facebook will probably go down or something. And look at them. They had issues with privacy. Okay. When I was ending the live early, I had a former student, he was calling in. William was calling in. And it's funny, he was calling in, and the first thing when I told him that, he said, yeah, you were probably dropping some real knowledge. And that's matter of fact, he said to me, he said, hold on one second. I forgot to send him a reply. But so this is what he said. Let me show you guys this. So I told him, I said, for some reason, YouTube cut my video down to only 1.5 minutes when it was over 10 minutes long. Not sure why though. Then he said, you must have really gave out some great knowledge, fam. And I said, oh, I did. About to shoot another one, but it won't be live on there. About to jump back on live now though. And that's when I jumped on live just now. So it's all good though. This is what happens. I'm not gonna necessarily say this because I was giving out great knowledge. It could have been. I know sometimes, all I know is this. It's a reason why they shut that video down where they did. It's a reason why. And whatever. I'm just going to leave it at that. It's a reason why they did that. So I'm on live. What are you going to do? You going to stop me from saying that I'm looking at the US30 and it's going down? Like, people want to learn how to trade. Like, I don't know. I really don't know how to feel about it. I don't know how to feel about it, but yeah, that's what I did. I actually shared the charts, and it's dropping right now. All right, it's dropping right now. It's going down. So I did mention earlier that we had to watch this 4439.4.8. It just dropped down to that level, and it pulled back. So it dropped down and it pulled back. So we have to watch this carefully. So I know hold on, let me see. I know my students are in it. So I gave them the alert. Let me give them an update. All right, be sure to watch this level right here, ladies and gentlemen. 443.94.8. Watch that level. Notice that the market did come back here before. So this is like, notice that the market wick down there is pulling back. So watch this area. As I told you guys before, if you're riding the market down, follow SIT on the way down. All right. Just be very careful. Don't be greedy. Like I told you before, the move down should have been short-lived. Matter of fact, that's what I told you guys. That's what I told you guys on my live earlier. For those of you who are inside my Telegram, I'm on live on YouTube right now. So if you guys watch this, you can jump on live with me as I break down the market. But be sure, for those of you who are in my Telegram, watch this 443 now 4.8 level. Watch that level because the market dropped down to there twice. Well, actually, this is the third time. And you want to be sure that, matter of fact, on the way up, when I gave you guys the initial alert today or signal today, the market ran up to that very same level. And this is where the market just dropped down to. So be sure to watch it. All right, be sure to watch it. All right, peace and blessings, everyone. Okay. So that's something that we have to watch. Watch this carefully. Yep, we got to watch that. 26.4 megabytes. About to get it. This is why you got to know what you're looking at. Can't do this stuff alone. All right, about to post. Trade anyway, so just keep this in mind as you're trading on the market. And there we go. This level right here, ladies and gentlemen, 443.94.8. Watch that level. Notice that the market did come back here before, so this is like. All right. So, you say, can you share? Oh, you were saying, can I share the charts while I talk? Yeah, I can do that. All right, let me show you guys this. All right, so this is where. So this is the drop from earlier. Okay. This is where, when I came back in, I gave them the alert from this area, okay? And I told them that the market should run up. So the market ran up. So then I told them, I said, listen, expect the market to run down, okay? And the market came down. I said, but I also told them that watch for a double bottom, okay? So they got out of this. And then I said, all right, watch for the double bottom. And then I came back at like 11, it was like 11:20. You guys see this chart time, 10, like 18:10. It was like 11:20, somewhere to go back up. And the market, it went up. It went up. You see this? It went up. You're talking about from the bottom, it went all the way up. You're talking about 270 some points, okay? And then in this area here, this is when I got off the live. When I got off the live, the market was around here. You guys could check the time of my last live, but this is around the time I got off the live, and I got out of my trades around this time too. That's like 11:30. I mean 12:30. Okay, so I got out of my trades, and I told them that I got out around this area, and I told them that the market should it should go down, but it should be short-lived. And sure enough, the market went down and it was short-lived. Why was it to be short-lived? Because of this level right here. See this level? It's the level I just told you guys about. That's the 44394.1. That's the same level I gave them, and it's the same place during the initial run up, the market ran up to this place and pulled back. It's all about levels. And this is what I try to tell people. When the market climbed above here, it came back down to the very same level that went up. And then when it came back down, so I gave them one alert or signal, the second one, the third one, and then I gave them the fourth one that the market should drop, but it should be short-lived, and it came back down to the same place. The market kept going up, it eventually went back up, and then I just gave them another one telling them that the market should go down, it should be short-lived, and guess where it went down to? Went down to the same level, okay? And that's the same place, the 4439.4.1, all right? So this is what I give my students every single day in the market. I go through the market and I know the market. One thing about trading on a market, you have to know how to read each candle, because the candles are telling the story. All right. Now you guys know me, I have never shown a smaller time frame, definitely not on live. I would never do this, but some things you just don't show. I'm not going to show like the nitty gritty. But now I'm like, I put out so much stuff in my 10, 11 years online. I can tell people, that's why I give out the SIT training. I could tell people my entry point. It doesn't matter. If I gave people my entry point, I'm giving you my entry, but what are you going to do after that? If I tell you to get into the market right now and I get in, boom, and we're all in the market, you're on your own now. You're on your own. So if I'm in the market, I can think my way through it. I know how to think my way through because I know VPAS. And that's the thing about it. It takes you to know how to read the candles to determine where the market is going. And if you do not know how to read the candles, if you do not know how to read like a cluster of candles, not just recognizing when you have an engulfing candle or recognizing a doji. Anyone can spot out doji and engulfing candles and bullish haramis and this and that. Anyone can tell that. But what happens when you have all those candles grouped together? What happens when you throw in other indicators that may sway your bias? What happens when you have the market not close to your resistance level, but it's slowing down, or it moved above your resistance level and it's slowing down, or it moved above and it keeps going? What happens then? You have to learn to think your way through it. And this is what I've been able to do quite well. Just like now on the US30, the US30 is sitting at a very critical time. This is a very critical time the US30 is sitting at, because this candle is the determining candle and factor of where the market is going to go. All right. Just like when we were on live yesterday, I said, yo, this candle here is crucial. And as soon as I said it, boom, the market made a move. All right. And, regardless, if your struggle is reading the charts, you need to get with me, for real. I'm telling you some good stuff. You need to get with me. Entry is easy. I can teach anyone where to enter in on the market, but what are you going to do after you enter on the market? All right. Do you see the market going to 35,000? Let me see. From a long-term perspective, was that, hold on, did you say 35? Hold on, let me see. Do you see the US30 going to 35? You meaning dropping down to 35,000? Dropping down? Shucks, I mean, anything is possible, but that's not even worth me talking about right now. Like, hold on, let me make sure that that's what you, yeah. So you talking about going down because it's at 45, isn't there? 45, 35. I mean, that's a bit of a stretch. Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch for me, Hugo. That's a bit of, I mean, that's basically erasing everything that the market did. Let me go back to, that's erasing everything the market did since let me see. 35. I mean, it's possible. I'll say that. I'm just looking at it. It is possible. You talking about that was like COVID. Like, it's possible, but move that out the way. It's not quite COVID, but that's the last major resistance level. Because COVID was the one before. COVID was at 29 and it dropped all the way down to like 17, 18. And then, so right now the trend is going up. Okay, the trend is going up. So anything is possible. What we have to do is see how this administration is how they're going to influence the market. That's what's really critical, because while during the last administration, everything was pointing up, we have to see how the tariff talk, taxes, all the stuff that they're talking about, we have to see how it's going to affect the market. That's the thing. That's what's crucial. So could it go down to 35? Yes. 35 is nothing. 35 is just a swing back to the downside. Mind you, the market has been on an upward swing since 33,000. Going back down to 35 is nothing. That is a nothing. That's nothing. So, and I mean, it did pull back to like 30. It went up to 39, pulled back to 37, and then it's been going up. However, the last major run to the upside started at like 30, 33, 32 or 33. Yeah. So 35 is nothing for real. I mean, it could drop down to 35 and be there. So you talking about we're like the middle of Q1. I'll say sometime in Q2. For real. That ain't nothing. That ain't definitely by the middle of the year. Definitely, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. That'll be an easy. Do I think? Man, that's a tough one there. Tell you what, ask me that question April 1st, April 2nd, because I want you to believe me. Ask me that question on April 2nd, and then I'll be able to give you a better insight. But right now it's iffy because we pulled back towards the all-time high. We're showing rejection. Over the last couple of days, we got weird candles and wicks and stuff. So trust me, they know where we are. They know it. So it's a reason why the market is acting funky right now. And yeah, I can go live on you. I mean, I probably won't remember. So you just email me, remind me. Yeah, just email me and remind me, and I'll be able to. We could. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me put that inside my calendar. Let's go with the yearly. Let's go with April 2nd. April 2nd is a Wednesday. Okay. And let me event. Go live on YouTube for US30. Let's call it US30 35K. All right, lock that in. So I have that in. All right, and if you don't believe me, let me show you. I don't know if you can see that. That's a bad color. That's a bad color. It's all good. I may have to change the color to like a gray. I can see it, but let me see something. See if I can change that color, because that is kind of, yeah, but it's in there. We're in there. Yep, we're locked in. Question: currency pairs was your thing a while back. Has US30 gotten easier, or currency pairs not work? So this is on a personal thing, personal side. Me personally, I don't want to waste my time on currency pairs. The US30 is my thing. That is. Could someone finding, trading, do well with the currency pairs? Of course. Is there still a benefit of trading? Of course there is. For me though, the US30, based on my growth in the market, nothing's topping the US30. It's, you know, I'm able to stroke both sides. It's a challenge. It's exciting. A lot of money. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about the money. It's a challenge and it's also exciting. That's what I want. It's exciting to go into the market and have uncertainty about. It's like a roller coaster, like I talked about the other day. That roller coaster is, you know, you get that rush. That's what I like about the US30. And then the fact that it's also exciting because the US30 just respects LCS so well. SMS, I know how to read the chart, so VPS is great. It respects SIT. When I'm in the market, I can ride the market up, ride it down. TPES, the perfect entry strategy. What more do I want? Am I able to do this on other pairs? Of course I can. But why go anywhere else when I can get all that money over here? You know, but this is not to discourage or influence you to do anything outside of your comfort level. I do feel like those who finding Forex first, while one side of me, I feel like, well, you need to be trained to be able to trade. So one side of me feel like if I can train someone who's brand new to trade on the US30 and they master the US30, there's no instrument, stock, it's no instrument. I'm just going to say instrument that you can trade on that should intimidate you. Because the US30, to me, by far is the most challenging, but also rewarding. However, for someone who's new, the US30 might be a little bit too much for them. So that's why I also look at, you know what, maybe you need to focus on currency pairs where they're somewhat slower, or let's say a lot slower, some of them, and you can find your footing there. You know, that's something that I bet I had a call coming through. That's something that I also pay attention to. You know, that's something that I want to make sure that my students, or even you all, you realize that it's not just about what I like, what's going to be comfortable for you. All right, what's comfortable for you. And while I'm yapping, the US30 did go down. It went down, we dropped below that level. Where we at? Let me see. Where is it? Here we go. Yeah, so we're still going down. Still going down. Oh, it is. The Dow is the US30. Same thing. Yeah, the US30 is US30 is the monster, and NASDAQ is the most smooth, but no market beats the Dow. Yeah, that's true. What I like about the US30 over the Dow, I mean the US30 over NASDAQ, or the Dow over NASDAQ, whichever one you want to call it, is the fact that the US30, again, is more exciting. The payout is greater on the Forex side. On the future side, from what I hear, and like I said, me personally, I'm on the Forex side, but their charts are the same. So if you trade on the future side, like for me, I have Ninja Trader, and looking at their charts, they're the same. It's just that like for instance, right now on the Forex side, the US30 shows that it's at 449.30.5. On their side, everything looks the same. The price, the candles all look the same, no matter what chart you're on, but the price might be a little different. It might be a little lower. So it's at 44,390. It may be at 44,380, something like that. But everything is still the same. All right. So yeah. So that's what that is. And then let me think. Yeah, so I'm sold on the US30. NASDAQ is great. NASDAQ, to me, it is a lot smoother. But on the Forex side, the output is nothing close to the US30. Okay? On the NASDAQ, what I'm finding is that you have to be really in tune with your levels. All right? One thing that I pride myself on is that I know levels. That's why I say it's all about levels. I know levels. And this is why I can comfortably get out of trades and say, you know what? I'm done with this trade because I see that there's something here. And I'll walk away with 20 or 30 points. I'm good. I would rather walk away with making 10, 20 points, 5, 10 points, if I see that there's something in a way that can cause a problem. And that's what I point out for my students. I point out those areas that could be a problem. Let me see. I used to be a student back in 2018. You were my first mentor. Lots of respect because you taught me to look long term on the trading. And you still ain't aged yet. Yeah, I guess that's from me not smoking and drinking. I never even wanted to do that. So, I do eat right. So that's another thing. But listen, I appreciate that for real. How much money would you need to? So this is what I tell people. First off, if you don't know how to trade, don't worry about the money. Stack your money while you're learning how to trade. That way, once you know how to trade, you have a sizable amount to trade from. So now, let me answer your question. Now you know how to trade. How much is a good amount to start with? I would say start with like 2 or 3 grand. That's what I would say. Now, the question is, are you going to be underneath my tutelage or on your own? If you're under my tutelage and I'm showing you exactly why I'm saying get into the market here, and I'm showing, see, some people they join, they just want a signal. Some people they join, they just want an alert. Some people they join, $9.99 is lifetime. I did away with, I'm not doing no more of this monthly stuff. I'm not doing that anymore. I want to make sure that I target more people. So in order for me to do that, have to lower the price, get away with I want people to learn. So people have to learn. The only way you can learn without having that stress of another bill is take away the bills. One payment, you're locked into the US30 Telegram, and now you're able to learn. So most people they come to me and they want the signal, they want the alert. I get that. But you should also want to learn how to trade. Learning how to trade on a market means that you go inside of my Telegram and you watch everything that I put in here and you analyze what I'm telling you. Why am I telling you at 11:20 EST to expect the US30 to rise? Okay? Why am I telling you around sometime after 12 for you to expect the market to drop? Why am I telling you that? How do I know that that market going down was a short-lived move? This is all that I told them and all that I've spoken to you guys on my first live, and even now, I told you that the move down should have been short-lived. That was the first move. And then even the second move, it didn't move much farther than the first move. How do I know this stuff? Because of what it is that I'm watching, what it is that I'm looking. It took years to get here. You can put yourself on a fast track and learn it like this through just learning my LCS, VPAS, SIT, TPES, and SMS. All right. So that's the benefit of getting connected. I'm sort of getting off track because I really want to hone in on the, like, me telling you the market going down. You have to you have to watch the levels. It's all about levels. And once you know your levels, everything else is wrapped around it. So my focus is pretty much just levels. That's it. But there's a little bit more to it though. It's not just levels. You got to know VPAS, you got to know SIT, you got to know TPES and SMS. But levels is where everything began. I'm not focusing on entry until I have the market at support or resistance. All right. Oh yeah, SMS is very important. SMS is very important, Alfred. Let me see. Let me make sure that I answered. Yeah, so how much to trade on? I would say 2 to 3 grand. 2 to 3 grand on the US30. And I say that once you learn how to trade. Once you learn how to trade, 2 to 3 grand, you could trade at 50 cents or $1 and still crush the market because you're going through you're under my tutelage. I'm giving you my alerts, my signals, insight on the market. And you can decipher through the Telegram, okay, which setup do I want to trade on? I know he's going to tell us a lot today, but what do I want to trade on? You could cherry pick the opportunities. You know what? I like this setup. Boom, I'm trading this one. Ride it up. Boom, make your money. And you will just let your account grow. I think 2 to 3 grand is a good amount. I think it's a good amount. You don't have to over leverage. You don't have to over leverage. This morning, when the market dropped down on the US30, 400 points at 8:30, guess what? It was at my level. The same level that I was telling my students about last night. It was at my level. It's all about levels, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let nobody tell you any different. I'm telling you. People don't want you to know that trading can be so easy. Especially if you're trading on the US30. They want us to believe that it's complicated, that it's not for the common man. It is. It is. It is. I went to college, a little bit of college. All right? I'm not a dumb person. I'm educated. But I'm no doctor. I'm no Einstein. I know how to trade though. That's one thing. All right. So you don't have to be some Einstein, some guy that was on the floor in Wall Street. You don't have to be that person. Don't let people make you think that you have to be this person. You have to read 1,000 books. I had a student message me the other day and wanted to know what books did I read? She was in Borders. She wanted to know what books did I read to get to my level. And I told her, I said, listen, if you guys have seen any posts, if you go back to my post from like 2015, I sent her the post. Matter of fact, I'll show you guys so you guys know that what I speak is the truth. Like, I don't have no reason to lie about anything. But she just asked me yesterday, she said, let me show you guys this. It's funny how this stuff comes full circle. This is what she